In this video, we will show you how to effectively parallel park along a curb between two other vehicles. For a lot of new drivers, parallel parking can be challenging, but with practice and by following the guides in this video, you will gain confidence and improve the skill of parallel parking. Let's first take a look at a vehicle performing this task. Look for the direction of and when the tires begin to turn as the vehicle maneuvers around the parked SUV and into the parking space. Notice that after entering the empty space, you will need to straighten out the vehicle and make sure that there is equal distance between all vehicles. Now that you have seen an example of what parallel parking looks like, let's take a closer look at the steps taken during the process. When you have located an open parking spot, you will begin your approach by slowly driving past the space, bringing your vehicle to a stop even with the parked vehicle. Be sure to maintain lane spacing of 2 to 3 feet between the two vehicles. Now that you're in position, use your turn signal to communicate your intentions to any vehicles near you or behind you. You are ready to place your vehicle in reverse and slowly begin to back up. Timing is important to remember when backing into the space. As the back half of your vehicle clears the other parked vehicle, begin turning your steering wheel in the direction of the open parking space or curb. In this example, we will turn the steering wheel to the right. The amount you turn the steering wheel will determine the angle of your entrance. Turning the steering wheel too soon or too late may cause an accident with one of the parked vehicles. As you are turning the steering wheel, make sure you maintain proper space between the front end of your vehicle and the back end of the parked vehicle to avoid any accidents. Once you are halfway into the parking space, begin turning the steering wheel in the opposite direction. This will begin straightening out your vehicle. If you start turning the steering wheel too early, you will park too far from the curb, and if you start too late, you will take the risk of hitting the curb or the vehicle behind you. Your vehicle is now, for the most part, parked, but you will still need to make sure your vehicle is straight within the parking spot. When you have determined there is enough space between the vehicles and the space is clear, place the vehicle in drive and slowly pull forward as you turn the steering wheel back towards the curb. Your vehicle should now be just about parallel to the curb, but you will need to back up to make sure there is equal distance between the three parked vehicles. That's all there is to it. As you practice, your timing will improve and you will get a better feel for the distance in front and behind your vehicle. Let's watch one more example of parallel parking. Look how the driver approaches the space by passing it, signals, and then slowly begins to back up. As the back half of the vehicle clears the parked SUV, he begins turning the steering wheel towards the curb, angling his vehicle. Now that he is halfway in the parking space, the direction of his tires change as he continues slowly backing in. Now that he is close enough to the curb and has space, the driver pulls forward, slowly turning the wheel back towards the curb to straighten out the vehicle. He then is able to slowly back up to an equal distance between the vehicles and has finished parking. Exiting a parallel parking spot is a much easier task than parking. Let's go over how to safely leave your parked position and enter the flow of traffic. Begin by slowly reversing, being careful not to hit the parked car behind you. Once there is enough space between you and the parked vehicle in front of you, use your signal to notify other drivers of your intentions to enter the flow of traffic. Begin to turn your steering wheel towards the street, and when traffic is clear, slowly pull forward, maintaining space between the front end of your vehicle and the back end of the SUV. If the three parked vehicles are too close to each other, you may need to adjust your position before making your turn into traffic. Place your vehicle in reverse, turn the steering wheel towards the curb, and begin to reverse slowly. Come to a stop, turn the steering wheel back toward the street, and pull forward when it is clear to enter the flow of traffic. Let's take one more look at pulling out of a parallel parking space. Watch how the driver slowly backs up, signals, begins turning the wheels, and slowly enters the street. When it comes to parallel parking, timing and proper spacing are key. This is a skill you will be tested over and you want to practice often. This can easily be done in front of your own home, using household items such as cones, buckets, or even trash cans to act as other vehicles. It may be a tricky maneuver at first, but by reviewing this video and practice, you too can become confident with parallel parking.